Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel, Stay Forever True. Let's talk about crystals that help you to elevate, crystals that help you to be more in tune, be more intuitive, crystals that are great for meditation. So before we get into the list of crystals, I do want to talk about why you should be meditating, why you should be seeking to open up your third eye and your crown chakra, things like that. So what does all that mean? First off, your girl is cold, so we're gonna be doing a little scarfaroo. So yes, first, the reason why you should be working with crystals that will help to elevate you or help to open up some of those upper chakras or energy centers within your body. And you all, it seems super complex, chakras, all this third eye, crown. Really, it's your intuition. Really, it's your connection to source, to God, to the universe, whatever it is that you want to label it as. It's your connection to something that is bigger than you, outside of you, something that is just omnipresent, omnipotent, whatever you want to call it. And it's also a deeper connection with you as a spirit, you, your higher self, the version of you that is very enlightened and is kind of detached from the everyday world. That's why it's our higher chakra. So anywho, in the chakra systems, we have upper chakras and we have lower chakras, at least when you're talking about the seven main chakras that most people talk about or know about, because there's more than the seven. But anyways, in that system, you have higher chakras, which, like I said, connect you to source energy, connect you to the universe, to God, and also connect you to your higher self, your intuition. And there's lower chakras that help bring you back down into this regular 3D mundane everyday life. And you need to have a balance of both your higher chakras and your lower chakras, and also just be aligned completely within yourself with all the chakras that are in the middle. The heart is really what really connects the upper and the lower energies, but that's just it. Especially because if you think about the heart pumps blood throughout your entire body. So that heart chakra is super important. And I'll do a separate video talking about the heart chakra and crystals to use for that chakra. But anywho, and I'm going to do a separate video also talking about how to work on your lower chakras so that you can have a balance between your higher and your lower self. So with that being said, the reason that you want to work on your higher self is because I was watching somebody's video. I'm going to put her information. She has two channels, but I think on her channel, Celestial Mind, she was talking about how information comes in through your higher chakras. It goes through the chakra systems. And then as it goes through those chakra systems, you are able to manifest it because it goes through those chakra systems and it comes back down here to 3D world. And when she said that, I was like, yes, like this is something I've been thinking about for the longest. Like, yes, she put it in perfect words. So I'm gonna put a link to her video down below. I love her channel. It's a really great channel, so definitely go check it out. But anyhow, when you are able to bring information into your higher chakras and that it's open and it's unblocked, you will really start to pick up on the subtleties of life, the subtleties of what direction you should go in, the thoughts that you should have, the people that you should have around you, and you really can start to design the life that you were meant to live. But when you are coming from your lower chakras, sometimes you can get caught up in things that are really not of you. Your higher chakras are more so your energy because it's connected to the source. Okay, when you go to your lower chakras, it's more so connected to the world. Nothing wrong with it because we're here on earth. We're still earthly beings and we still want to do things here on earth and enjoy earthly things. And we, be sometimes in that lower vibration, as people would say. But the higher vibration is going to help you to really start to see things, to really listen to the universe. And once you open yourself up to that, then you are more so put in a direction of, this is where I should go. This is the direction I should go in. So for example, say that you're really contemplating, what should I do with my career? I don't know a lot of people want to know. What should I do about the career? How should I make money? How can I you have these lower chakras or worldly issues going on, real life, day-to-day issue going on. And you're like, how am I going to make this happen? You're not going to get the answer to how you're going to make that happen in those lower realms, in that lower chakra energy. You're going to find the answer in your higher chakras. This is why sometimes you'll go to sleep and you wake up and you be like, oh my gosh, I had a dream about this. I'm about to make this happen. Or something happened in my dream. It's so crazy. Like, dang, I really should do that. Or you will just sit around and have a random thought about something, and then you're like, okay, maybe I could do this, and you start thinking and brainstorming, then you bring it into fruition. Everything comes as thought first. So your higher chakras, your crown chakra, your third eye chakra is in your head, it's in your brain. So it makes sense that anything that comes through your thoughts, you really should be working on clearing that and unblocking that, because everything starts as a thought. Okay, now of course you do start to have that feeling like something about this, I can't logically come to a sense of what this is that I should be doing, or what this person is trying to say to me, or what this person's vibe is bringing me. I can't put my finger on it. Like, I really can't logically put two and two together, but something about this, I don't know. That's your intuition. That's your third eye. And the way that you connect with that is through meditation and through sleeping and all these other things that you could do. But meditation and sleeping are going to be the biggest ways to do it, because it quiets your mind. It quiets the part of our mind that's constantly picking up problems and picking up issues and nitpicking and making little puzzles and solving puzzles. It quiets that part of our mind, and it opens up the part of our mind that is connected to source, that's connected to your destiny. And it's going to show you that. And you have to be, you then have to be quiet and be stable enough, be more grounded, get into those lower chakras, be grounded enough to then be like, okay, I'm gonna sit still, and I'm gonna see how this all plays out. I'm gonna see what my next move should be. But that intuition, when it comes into your head, when it comes into your mind, you really want to just have that part of yourself clear. You need to free your mind. Like, really, like she said, free your mind and the rest will follow. Once you can free your mind of being so much into, I can't pay this bill, I can't have this, I can't do that, why is this happening, why is she doing that, what's going on with this person, the man, da, 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 da. Once you can get that clutter, that BS out the way, and really see what your true potential is, really see what your true purpose is, really see your connection to every single being, every single person, every single cell on this earth, and you realize that there's no separation from you and source, there's no separation from you and another human being. Once you can really elevate your mind to that point, some of this day-to-day stuff is really not going to, I'm not going to say it's not going to affect you, because we all still have to come back down from off of that mountain doing our Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. We have to come from out of this, that higher realm, higher chakra, higher self energy, and we still have to come back down. But we don't have to be detached from it. You can still come back down here and be on earth and still be connected to your higher self. And the way to do that, we're vessels of being able to do all at the same time. But the way to really do that is to open up those chakras, clear those chakras, so that you can really be open to what it is that you need to receive and that you want to receive here on earth. Does that make sense? Let me know. I don't want to make this seem too convoluted, too much of a thing of it's too detached from you, because you all, we connect with our higher selves. We are so in tune. People don't realize how much in tune they are. They just see it as, oh, that's of course coincidence. Oh, of course, that was supposed to happen. Or, oh, isn't that funny? They just see things as coincidence. But everybody is connected. But the thing is, not everyone is conscious about it. And what opening up these chakras are going to do is they're going to make you conscious of it. Once you know better, using your third eye and your crown, once you know better, you do better. And literally nothing I'm telling you all right now is like rocket science. Nothing I'm telling you right now is new. You know this stuff already. It's just you may have, you probably already said it or thought it, and I'm just reiterating it to you. But we all know this. We all have had situations where you could have left 5 minutes earlier or 5 minutes late, and boom, then you find out it's a huge accident on the highway. Or you could have left 5 minutes earlier, 5 minutes late, and next thing you know, you go to the store, you run into somebody that you've been talking about or thinking about for the past week, and you're like, dang, like, had I not left my phone at home and went back home and then came up here, I would have never ran into you. That's you really being tapped into that energy, to source energy, to a part of you that's not here yet, a part of you that it's here, but it's not really here. If that makes any sense. When I say here, I mean here on earth, down here where we can see it, we can feel it, we can touch it, and all those different things. The senses are ignited. You're connected to it, because how else would you run into that person that you've been thinking about or talking about? You probably sent them a message. Y'all chakras and all that energy and all that stuff probably was like, hey, we finna go up to this gas station. You finna leave your phone at home, then go back and grab it, then go up to the gas station. You're gonna run into such and such. And they're gonna give you a number, you're gonna in restaurant get a job, you're gonna be at that job for the next 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. It happens all the time. We're very much in tune to it, but we're not always conscious of it. So what we're doing when we open up those chakras is that we're allowing ourselves to be more conscious of it, so that as we go through life, we can go through life knowing what's going on. We can go through life seeing things and being like, oh, that's only happening because I really need to start working on this part of myself. Oh, that's happening, and that's confirmation that I'm doing things the right way. You don't see things as coincidence anymore. You see everything as having intention, everything having a divine purpose, and you realize where you stand within that divine purpose when you open up those chakras, when you connect to that higher energy. And remember, you are always doing it, but now you want to become more conscious of it so that you can go through life making better decisions, having better emotions. And when I say better, good, bad, whatever, people don't like to use those phrases, but we all know the English language. We use those phrases. And what I mean is just being more in alignment, being more in direct fulfillment, direct whatever alignment. I'm gonna just have to say it. I know it's an overused word, but direct alignment with where you are going. And sometimes your higher self and your intuition will show you things that's not necessarily supposed to happen right now. That's not necessarily going to happen within the next 5 years. It may not happen within your lifetime, but you see it because it's something you're supposed to do right now that's going to bring it into fruition maybe 100 years from now. Legit, y'all. Just look at some of these people that have come before us, how they had these visions and these ideals that was so profound, so different, so out of this world. And it may not have happened in their lifetime, but here we are taking it all in now and using it on an everyday, mundane level. It's not weird. It's not all out of the place for us to do it now. The internet, black and white people coming together, having babies and all that. People of same-sex origin, same-sex on, on TV being celebrated, like that type of stuff. And then even things are even like crazier than that. Just me being able to use a camera, me being able to put stuff up on the internet, like these things, somebody really thought, like, what if everybody could be connected in some type of way? They may have not known the exact mechanics of creating it, but they were so tapped into something else, something bigger than them, that they saw it. And they probably planted the seeds in writing and journaling or whatever that then helped inspire somebody else who was actually able to bring it into fruition for you and me. So that kind of, I felt like I was just taking something in, but that kind of went off on another little tangent. But let's get into these crystals. This is what you came here for. And yes, you had to watch that intro to get into it. Let's get into crystals that are going to help you to connect with your higher self. Let me know if you have more questions about connecting with your higher self, opening up your third eye and your crown chakra. Let me know. Don't ever take your intuition. Don't ever take those little nudges and hunches that you have in life. Don't take that for granted. Don't take that for granted. But sometimes you may not trust your intuition. Oh, another thought. Sometimes people be like, well, I don't know if it's my intuition or if it's fear, You're not going to know that until you start working on building that intuition muscle, that intuition, you know, nerve that needs to be connected and all that jazz. Until you start to strengthen it, you're not gonna know. Until you start to do meditation and journaling and dream work and all that bigger stuff, you're not gonna know. So you have to work on it. But anyhow, one of the crystals that I really enjoy using is labradorite. So as you can see, labradorite is, to me, she's like the girl next door. She looked pretty basic, just this little gray little crystal. Like, what is this? But as she moves through life, and as you look even deeper at her, you start to see that labradorite is gorgeous. Labradorite is beautiful. Labradorite has so many different multi-facets to it that you're like, whoa, like I didn't know you had that in you, girl. You know, so I see labradorite as the girl next door who gets her eyebrows plucked, throws on some fake lashes, puts on a dress, takes her hair down and take off them glasses, and you're like, oh, you was next door this whole time? So yes, labradorite is considered a magic stone. It helps you with all your chakras, helps to open up all your chakras. But this stone is said to be a stone of magic. So me, I love to use labradorite when I sleep. I have not worn labradorite yet. I think that is something I'm going to start doing, is wearing it without wearing any other crystals and seeing how I feel just having it on me, on my person. But you see I have these little things called cobs or cabs that you can then turn into like little pendants. But anyways, labradorite is a beautiful stone, and it's a stone of manifesting. And to me, it just really helps you to see the extraordinary in the ordinary of life. It helps you to get past the everyday humdrum. I gotta do this, I gotta do that. It helps to elevate you so that you can see things from a higher perspective, and it keeps you going. And that's another reason why we need to tap into seeing things from a higher perspective, because like I said, some of the things that you see are not here yet. So a lot of times when we go through things here on earth, we're tired. The thing that keeps us going is hope. The thing that keeps us going is, okay, a year from now I'm going to be doing this or the third, or 10 years from now I'm going to be doing this and the third. So let me keep grinding, let me keep doing what I'm doing. But if you don't have hope, if you don't have that vision of where life is taking you, it's going to be extremely hard to get through the day to day. So connecting with those higher chakras and using crystals like labradorite is definitely going to help you to connect with that energy and help you to keep going, and to make I wouldn't say make fun of the things that you have here on earth, but it just helps you to not see things from that lens of that's just that. It's nothing. Like, it makes you less cynical, and it helps like to bring a spark of magic energy into your life. So one of the next crystals that I like, and I don't necessarily think that a lot of people connect this with the third eye or even the crown. I feel like it does help with the third eye. I know it definitely helps with the throat chakra, but I have seen it used for the third eye. The third eye and the throat chakra. So the next crystal, my all-time favorite crystal, is lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli. So this is a raw piece of it. So gorgeous, and this just feels so good. This is a beautiful stone, that deep blue, and it has like flecks of pyrite in it. And the thing with lapis lazuli, this is actually one of the first crystals that I connected with, that I meditated with. Lapis lazuli, man, it really helps you to focus. So it's great for students and scholars and people who really need to sit down and get something done. It's perfect for that. Which during meditation, you do want to kind of focus on your breath, or focus on affirmation or a vision or whatever. However you meditate, you want to focus on that energy and really just hold that energy still within your mind, within yourself, and just be still within it. And for me, lapis lazuli is magical. Like I said about labradorite, to me lapis lazuli is just, a lot of the information that I get is from this book, just so you all know, but also just from my own personal use of actually using these crystals. So something this book says about labradorite is that it can facilitate visionary experiences of the. So I'm reading about lapis lazuli. So it says that it says it's a stone of visionary awareness, bringing new information to the mind in images rather than words. So when I first meditated with lapis lazuli, I freaking felt the color blue. I know that sounds crazy, but I literally felt that color. Like I really felt this aura of blue energy around me, and I felt like it was going through me, and it was like I've never had a meditation like that before or after that. That was one of the first times I really started to meditate, and that was the first time that I used lapis lazuli. That's why I will always go back to this stone, because this stone really helped me to believe in crystal healing and crystal magic and crystal energy. I was just like, whoa, and I wasn't taking nothing. I was on nothing. I was just regular schmegular me, and I really was tapped in. Another thing that this does, it helps with your memory. So I think this is perfect to sleep with, because it will help you to remember your dreams. Now, let me preface this by saying that any stone that you do decide to sleep with, I do believe that it's important for you to meditate with that stone first. If you haven't been used to sleeping with stones, meditate with that stone first and give that stone an assignment, which I'm going to talk about that later. I'll talk about that later, but it's just beautiful. And also lapis lazuli has a big connection to ancient Kemet or Egypt. So if you feel drawn to that energy, lapis lazuli may be a stone that is for you. So next on my list is one that we all know, the most popular stone out there. It is amethyst. So I know some people are like, oh, I use amethyst. It's just, it's overused. It's overused. But I mean, can you blame it? Can you blame her, really? Let me show you another one. It's so beautiful. It's so versatile. The way that it can look. This stone, I mean, she's gorgeous. I don't know how I had that up there. But she's very versatile. She's very beautiful, very inexpensive, very easy to get your hands on amethyst. And to me, amethyst is a everyday stone that you can use to help with your third eye. I'm going to tell you all a little story. So I have these 3 little amethyst bracelets, and I was like, when I got them, I was like, am I going to wear these? Because I bought them to put on my shop, because I sell crystals, right? So I bought these. I was like, am I going to, okay, yeah, I'll keep them for myself. So I had these crystals on, and my husband was here with his friend. They had fixed something on the car, and they was just hanging out. And my kids were super restless, like all over the place. I was like, let me get these kids in this dang on car, and let's go to the store. So we went to a thrift store. We're in the thrift store. I'm like, why did I drive all the way? I drove like 30 minutes to this thrift store. I was like, what was my point of coming here? I've been going to the thrift store for like the past 2 weeks. I decided to only go to the thrift store during Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde was over. I had no business being up in this store. And so I'm like, why am I here? And I didn't really find anything for it. It was cool. It was all right. But I was like, you know what? I'm letting the girls out. I'm just letting them do their thing. I took my oldest daughter out the cart, and she was in front of a little mirror, and she was like waving at her. So I said, hey, who is that? And then next thing you know, I'm in the middle of the aisle, right? I hear somebody say, excuse me. And I'm thinking like, oh crap, let me get out this lady way. Turn, and who was it, y'all? Who was it? It was my mama. You're like, what does that have to do with anything, y'all? On my way up to this thrift store, even for like the past few days before I saw my mom, I was just thinking about, like, I haven't seen her for a while. I wonder how she doing. I just want to hang out with her. I just want us to, like, we should have went thrifting together, because the last time we went thrifting, we did so well. Like, I miss my mama. My mama Cancer just like me. So, gang, Cancer, gang. So, anywho, and then right before that, I had went over to my homegirl's house, and I was talking to her, and I was like, hey, she was like, I got this fruits and veggies you can take or whatever. I got way too much. You can take them. Whatever. She know my kids don't eat meat. We all plant-based over here. So anyhow, she gave me all this stuff, and we were talking, and she saw me drinking out of this cup. And she was like, oh, that's a cute cup. Did your mama get you that cup? I was like, no, girl, but the last time we was at the thrift store, my mom had saw this cup and was like, you want this cup? This is a cute cup, ain't it? And I told her, she's like, yeah. She's like, oh my goodness, I miss your mom. I love going shop with her, man. I wish I could just go hang out. Da, 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 da. I miss your mom. So this was the conversation I had right before I went to the thrift store. And on my way to the thrift store, I was thinking about my mom. I was like, dang, the girls need to be around my kids more. Like, I mean, the girls need to be around my mom more. Like, dang, we need to freaking hang out. And then my daughter had said, Grandma. Like, even before we got to the store, like on the way to the store, she was like, Grandma. She was just saying people names and stuff. And she was like, Grandma. And I was like, why is she saying Grandma? Yeah, I ran into my mama at the thrift store. And what's so crazy is I was about to leave the thrift store. Probably with, like, I was going to make my way to the checkout because I did find something. I'm going to find something. I drove all the way out here. And I was like, what the heck, Mama? Then we get into the car. I was like, Mom, because she was like, I've been wanting to meet up with you because I have some stuff that I want to give you, and I knew that your house is all out of the way and I don't know how I was gonna get to you, so I kept them in my car. She gave me stuff, and then I'm like, hey Mom, do you want any fruits and vegetables? She's like, oh, I've been wanting some sweet potatoes. The last time I went to the store, all they had was this little bitty sweet potatoes, and I had these huge sweet potatoes from my friend. So, and that was when I first put on these amethyst bracelets. I said all that to say this: amethyst literally guides you. It's like she takes you and she says, here, this is where you need to go. Nope, let's go this way. Okay, it's a gentle energy. Today, my husband was looking for his wallet. When I tell you, this man was like, we were supposed to go for a walk, me and the kids. He was, you know, living his life. And he was like, no, don't go for a walk. We need to all look for my wallet. I can't find it. So we looking for his wallet. I'm like, okay, whatever. When I'm looking for stuff, I start cleaning up. He look for stuff he just looking for. He throwing it around. I'm like, okay. And I kept asking him, did you look under here? Did you do that? He's like, yes. So I finally come upstairs. I'm looking up here. I can't find. I said, oh, am I going to put on my necklace? Am I going to put on my... So I start putting on my crystals. I put on this this smoky quartz that I have. And then I put on my 3 amethysts. And then we just stand there talking. I look over at his jeans. His jeans are hanging on the freaking door. Why are your jeans hanging on the door in the living room? Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm like, some just told me to touch his pocket. I touched the pocket, pull out a wallet. I said, so really, Chris, you're going to tell me you didn't look in this pocket? I looked in that pocket. You put that wallet in there. Da, 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 da. I'm like, no. This has been in here this whole time. I mean, he flipping under the couch, moving the couch. I'm all out in the car, up here under the bed, looking for this wallet. It was in his pocket the entire time. I didn't find it until I put on this amethyst. Is it coincidence? I don't know. I don't think so. Because I intentionally saw that amethyst and I said, should I put these on while I go for this walk? I'm just going for a walk. I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and put it on. I mean, as soon as I put it on, came down the stairs, we started talking. I looked at them pants. And I touched it, and we had already been looking for this wallet this whole time. Amethyst is a gentle guide. It is something that you can use every day to gently guide you there. But if you're using it, if you're wearing it, just make sure you're cleansing it repeatedly with something like selenite or sage or you know, incense, something like that. I like to use selenite. I have a little selenite bowl that I put it on when I go to sleep. I put all my crystals on my selenite or around selenite to help cleanse it. So amethyst is going to get you there. It's a very simple, mundane stone. And for a while I was like, I ain't messing with amethyst like that. But since I've been wearing it, I feel like I have a deeper connection to wearing it than I do when I'm sleeping with it. So it just really depends. So let's get into how you can use some of these stones. So I only named 3. There are a few more. There's definitely a lot more crystals you can use, but I named 3 that I know that you can get your hands on. They're pretty easy to get your hands on, not too expensive, and they have worked very well for me. I have a personal relationship with every last one of these crystals. So how can you use them? First off, I do have a video talking about more in depth about everyday use of crystals, how to bring it into your everyday life. But one of the best ways I like to use crystals to help with elevation is through my sleep. I like to use crystals while I sleep. I just put it under my pillow, go to sleep. It does its thing. Or I even hold crystals while I sleep. I put them in my shirt while I sleep. I just have it next to me while I sleep. I really like to, I don't necessarily wear crystals. I don't wear crystals to bed on my actual body. I take everything off before I sleep. I don't like to have anything on me like that. I mean, I still wear clothes sometimes, but I don't like to have crystals on me. I like to let them charge, have our distance, you know, create some type of boundaries. And I just sleep with one crystal. Of course, you can sleep with more than one if that's your jam, but I don't. Also, when you get that crystal, of course, you need to cleanse your crystal when you first get them. And I have a whole video all about cleansing crystals. I'll leave all that link down below. Let me take a sip. Okay, so cleanse your crystals beforehand. And what some people do, which I always freaking forget to do this, I'm going to do it with a crystal that I have not used before. So I'll get to that later. But take your crystal and give it an assignment. Say, you know, say, thank you for coming into my life. And right now I'm asking that you help me to focus my energy. You help to give me the images and visions and thoughts that will help to heal and open up my upper chakras. Help me to see what my potential is. Help me to see where my life is going. Help me to make more informed decisions. Help me to be more in balance and alignment with my higher self. Thank you so much for all of your wisdom. Thank you. Whatever you want to say. You know, you can look up what that crystal helps with, and then the things that you're like, yes, I want you to do that. Then use it. You want to work on your psychic abilities. Use it for that. You want to work on your ability to have visions of things. Work on that. Give that crystal an assignment, and then you use it as such. Keep it. I love palm stones. Keep them with you while you're at work, holding on to it. You know, you want it to help you with whatever. When you go to sleep, hold on to it. Keep it in your bra. Make it. You can take this and wire wrap this and make this into a bracelet. I mean, a necklace. Whatever. It's super simple. Look it up on YouTube. You can get it in a bracelet form or already formed as jewelry. I keep lapis lazuli on me on deck because I'm a student. And usually, you all, I don't like to have my crystals exposed. I like to actually have them next to my body, but for the purpose of this video, I was like, let me take it out. But whenever I wear crystals, I like them to physically touch me. So like even this crystal, I keep this inside my shirt and I have it touching my solar plexus chakra. And I did that for an exact reason. But anywho, so I like them to touch my body. So you can take this, put it in your bra. You can take this, keep it in your pocket. Every time you reach into your pocket, you're touching it. And you're getting connected with that energy, and it already triggers in your subconscious mind that, hey, we're working on getting visions. We're working on being tapped into our higher self. This crystal is going to help us to do that. So it already creates that connection. So you can do that. You can also do like a mojo bag where you put, you take a mesh bag, and let me show y'all. Okay, my battery's going to go low, but you can take a mesh bag like this. When you order crystals from me, I send smaller crystals in bags like this, or even satin bags. And what I do is you can take something like, let me show you, my battery's getting low. You can take something like lavender, add that to your bag because lavender helps you to sleep, and lavender helps to open up those upper chakras. Put your crystal in there, close it. Like I said, tell it what it's going to do. You can even write down something on a piece of paper and put it in here, what you're asking this crystal to help you with. Put it under your pillow and use it every night. And then during the day, you might want to take it out and charge it on some selenite, whatever you want to do. I do suggest when you're working with crystals, I like to use crystals one at a time until I start to know how that energy works for me. Very similar if you are, you know, going on a diet. You don't want to try to do 8 things at the same time. Maybe work on one thing and ease your way into it until you really see what works for you, and you know, things like that. Or when you are hair products, you don't want to try 5 different hair products at the same time, or 5 different hairlines at the same time. Maybe just change your shampoo. See how that shampoo is working. Oh, okay, this is cool. Let me change my conditioner, because you want to know what is working for you. And when it comes to these crystals, you really want to get a connection to that specific crystal and see how it works for you. If you're working with more than one crystal and you're not very familiar with them, you may not know what's doing what. And so it's important when you're doing crystal grids, when you're telling other people about crystals, or when you want to work on certain things in your life, it's important for you to know which crystal is going to get you there. But if you're working with 5 different crystals and then down the line you say, I really want to start working on this, and when I don't know, I was using 5 crystals at the time, I don't remember which one did it. I don't know which one did it. you're not going to be able to use that crystal again. So, I mean, you're not going to know. You might know. You might get some type of intuitive, you know, knowing about it. But I suggest you work with one crystal at a time. Amethyst, like I said, is probably one of the most inexpensive, easy to get your hands onto type of crystals to work with. And it's very gentle. Labradorite. I got labradorite kind of late in the game for me on my crystal journey. I probably got this sometime last year. But labradorite, I've only really slept with it. I haven't worn it. So I want to actually see what it's like to wear labradorite without any other crystals, because I have not seen it through my daily life. So I definitely want to wear this and see how it works for me on a day-to-day basis. But when I sleep, I love labradorite. And then, like I said, lapis lazuli is a perfect stone. I think lapis lazuli for me is better with meditation. Labradorite is better for me with sleeping. And then amethyst is better for me on my day-to-day. I also like to use labradorite when I'm nervous. For some reason, this labradorite, especially this palm stone, this and I got it from Rose City Quartz, I think. She's on Instagram. Go check her out. Let her know I sent you. But yeah, this palm stones I love palm stones. Palm stones take you there, because it's like you're really connecting with that, especially put it in your left hand. This is the hand of receiving. And if you want to work on removing certain things from your body, put it in your right hand so it can absorb that energy as it comes out of your body. It's a letting go hand. So yeah, the left hand receiving, the right hand is letting go. So anywho, yeah, that's that. Or they say like the hand that you're most, I don't know, I'm not gonna go into that. But that's that. I know this is a long video, kind of went into depth on a few things, but that's just how I am. That's how I roll. I'm a Virgo rising. I'm a chatty Cathy. And that's just how I roll. So if you're down with it, if this video resonates with you, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what crystals do you like to use to help to elevate you. Do you feel called to elevation? Or are you going to try any of these crystals? Go check out my website. I do sell crystals on my shop. That's a great way to support the channel. But you can also just support me by commenting, and subscribing, or sharing my content. And go follow me on Instagram. I love you all. I appreciate you all. Remember, in all that you do, stay forever true. Peace.